So I started working on my own version of a Kiki's Delivery Service inspired kind of a game. I don't know how it's going to go. Maybe it'll be cool. Why don't we find out? Hey everybody, I'm Brandon. You're you. I think you're you. Or me. Are you me? You might be me. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Let's get into some stuff. I started gray boxing. Don't get too excited. Just gray boxing out what my homage to a Kiki's Delivery Service kind of a game would be, and I'll show you that in 2 seconds after we look at inspiration, imagery. Hit the right button, Brandon. And so Kiki's Delivery Service, if you know what that is, or else you wouldn't have clicked the video. But what I love about it is this love of flying and love of being in a place. And there's a lot of her just trying to improve and trying to barely hold things together sometimes and trying to find out where she belongs. And I love it thematically. And if I can capture any of that in a game, I think I would be doing well. So we'll see where it goes. But yeah, the movie is so beautiful. This is the kind of idea here. These tight streets and houses and rooftops. And oh, don't you just want to be there? I want to be there. And that's why I started messing around with the game to see if I could mock up anything at all and get it working. Started out with some concept art, started out with some references, looking at different places around the world. And if you saw my video about the world is a big place, I talked about being in Dublin and getting to see things there, and it was really nice. There's these wonderful views around the world of different streets and locations that inspire me. What I love about this one, for example, is the way that this walkway comes up to the side and through these arches and other buildings and all these colorful facades down here. So lots of different places were inspiring to me. Scotland and Switzerland and things like that. Love it. Okay, cool. So that was where I was headed. Let's get into what I gray boxed up. I have two different things I gray boxed up in Godot right now. So the first one, just roughly, just seeing if I can get the character moving around at all and to see what that would feel like. So that was pretty good. It was working. I got them moving around. I wanted to add in a little bit more of street kind of a feel and add in some buildings, just placeholders. And I added in some environmental background just to kind of see what it feels like. And this is very much just testing out what the vibe is and if it's any fun at all. So what I got into was a discovery and I think a realization right off that doing a full freedom 360 movement of flying is not actually a great foundation for a game. And I don't think that's the way anybody wants to go. And it's kind of game breaking. And if you just have full freedom of flight, because that becomes a game where you're supposed to, pick up a delivery and go to the waypoint and drop down and deliver it. Okay, that's boring. That's really boring. So it also doesn't, to me, connect with the way that Kiki is often barely holding it together, much like I am barely holding it together and trying to get better and not fall off her broom. So what I came up with was the idea of it's more of a extended jump, and I was working on that jump concept, and then I started applying in the spirit concept, which is you see just text on screen that I was using there, so that you would be able to either expend spirit to get greater elevation or to hold for a longer elevation. So if we imagine the street view again, looking at a street here, if there are people, if there are obstacles, if there's things going on in the town, you can't just go willy-nilly flying through. Like this, for example, if you're flying here, you don't want to ram into the walls, or you got to be able to go through that tunnel. And you see that in the movie too. So having a lot of control over how you're flying, and I think a lot of the joy of flying and also a lot of the joy of being in a place is where I'm thinking. So when I make games, it's less gamey, it's less, follow the waypoints and get the markers, and it's more about being somewhere and experiencing it and creating a feeling. That's really what I'm all about. And the other thing I was thinking of, we'll get into it, I might even have it to where you don't even have a waypoint, you have an address. Okay, you have an address and you need to find the address. So it might be a bit overwhelming and you might feel a little bit lost having to stop and look around and find out what street you're on and use a map and things. But I don't make games that are supposed to be just go, arcade style. You should feel a sense of belonging and mastery the longer you spend there. You should start to get the idea of, for example, if it was 42 Market Street, you're like, wait, I know Market Street. I've been on it before. And they always have all these vendor stalls that I wound up crashing into. So I got to find the right address there. That's the kind of game I'm thinking of. Will I make it? Will I finish it? I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know if I have it in me to do it. I don't know if I can do any good at architecture. And I would be lying if I said I felt like I could totally do right by a Studio Ghibli style. I'm not that great of an artist. So we'll see what happens. Tune in here if you want to see what happens. I'll keep working on it a little bit more at least and show you a bit more progress along the way. So I'm going to work on the flying system. I got a few tweaks I want to try, and I need to start mocking up a little bit more town to see if it feels right. And hopefully I will accidentally stumble backward into a game, which is what I did on my last game, on Tiny, the last Wayfinder. I stumbled backward into it, and it worked out pretty well. But I was able to finish it, and I like being in the world that I created. And that's the best thing I can say about anything that I might make. I enjoyed being there, and I enjoyed playing it, and I enjoyed making it. So hey, if you're curious and want to see where this goes, subscribe, do that stuff. This is not the first Witch kind of game. It's not even the first Kiki's inspired game. It's just my attempt to enjoy in my own way and express my enjoyment of something that I really love. And I hope that appeals to you. Hey, I hope that you have a very good day. Be awesome today. Bye.